why most couples drift apart without realizing it. Most couples don't drift apart because they stop loving each other. They drift apart because they stop talking to each other. And the scary part is, most people don't even realize it's happening until the relationship already feels emotionally cold.
After 34 years of marriage, we've noticed that emotional distance doesn't usually come from one big betrayal or one huge fight. It comes from small moments of disconnection over time.
In this video, we're going to show you the hidden patterns that quietly pulls couples apart and the simple shifts that can start rebuilding emotional closeness again. Let's dive in. We're Jeff and Teresa Fields, and this is Inspiring Marriages, where our mission is to help couples strengthen their friendship, grow spiritually together, and to realize the marriage that God has designed for them. Number one, we're busy, not broken. This is why healthy-looking couples drift emotionally. You get so busy with life. There's so much going on, Teresa. There's schedules and there's events, and you have children to raise. You got responsibilities inside the house, outside the house, church. You got ministry. There's so many different things that eventually the conversations really boil down to managing schedules instead of managing your life.
That is so true. That's really too busy, isn't it, Jeff? When you're juggling so many responsibilities and so many things going on with, like you said, work and parenting and what your kids' activities are going on, it's hard enough just to have family time, but what about time for your marriage, where you are actually talking to one another? You're actually getting to spend time together in a way that you can connect and really enjoy one another's company.
Your marriage was designed for you to enjoy. Your relationship with your spouse, that is an enjoyable relationship, something that should be fulfilling and encouraging and challenging.
Yes.
And brings you comfort. This is the best relationship. God designed husband and wife to be friends for life.
Yes.
He really did. And we all know what happened in Genesis chapter 2, where God brought all the animals in front of Adam, and he named them, but there was not a suitable helpmeet for him.
No.
So God took the substance from Adam's side, fashioned a woman, and presented her unto him to make him someone suitable for him. And they were suitable for each other, weren't they, Teresa?
Yes, that's so beautiful. That's God's design for marriage. Like you said, he brings together two people that are suitable for one another, and they're each going to encourage the other and build each other up and work together for common purposes and common goal. But they have to have a strong relationship to do that, don't they, Jeff?
That's right. Very strong relationship. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 1 in the New Living Translation says, "So we must listen carefully to the truth we have heard, or we may drift away from it." Number
That's
two,
so good.
Routine replaces relationship. Life becomes logistics instead of connection. It's all about this child needs to go here, that child needs to go there, this appointment this day, this medical appointment that day. You got to get the car paid, bill goes off this day, the mortgage on this day, this and that, and this and that, and this. It's just a never-ending round of schedules.
Yes, it is. It really is. And when you have that kind of thing going on and there's no time for connection, marriage can seem almost like a business partnership. It can be very dry, more like a contract than a beautiful covenant that God made. Like you said, there's not enjoyment in that. There's not fun. There's no connecting and really loving being married. So we don't want marriages to be like that. That's why we're bringing these things to help you to know that's not all there is to marriage. Logistics and schedules and getting things done and taking care of kids. We want your marriage to be beautiful and fulfilling.
That's right. Let us ask you this question. Have you ever just looked up and realized that you and your spouse have become more like roommates than best friends? I'll let you think about that. Number 3, you can be physically together but emotionally absent. You can be physically together, in your house, in the same bed, even at the same dinner table, but there can be moments, missed moments of connection. I know you're tired. You may be in the same room. You may be on the same couch sitting side by side, but you may be busy with work, schedules for tomorrow, thinking about things for the kids, maybe even scrolling. You may be mindlessly flipping through the channels until you find something somewhat interesting. And you can spend that entire evening side by side on the couch and miss connection.
That's right. Not really investing in your relationship.
You're not sharing your heart. Now, there's times you sit, enjoy a movie. Of course there is. Or a show. Or there are times for that. But don't miss out on connecting your hearts together.
That's right.
The Bible tells us in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 and 16, walk carefully, not as the unwise, but the wise, making the most of every moment. So we got to use wisdom to make those connections. Teresa?
You do. You really do. If you're feeling distant, and Jeff said, if it's gone as far as feeling like roommates, like you just two ships passing in the night, hello, goodbye, and you're not even spending time together, that it can be gone that far, but you can still bring it back if you understand you have to be intentional about connecting together and making the time that you spend together something that benefits your marriage, that builds your relationship.
Number 4, small neglected moments accumulate. You know how small a snowflake is, but if you get enough of those, they can disrupt your life. You can't even drive. You can't even get out of your house. So those small, tiny snowflakes can eventually accumulate and negatively affect your life. So these small, neglected moments accumulate and affect your relationship. So these tiny missed moments, little by little, they create distance, more distance, more distance, and more distance, and more distance. They'll create a distance between you and your spouse. Number 5, friendship erosions happens quietly. We've all seen pictures of erosion, like on a shoreline or somewhere where this water has just eroded the landscape away and the land is just gone and it's ugly.
It's ugly. It's
and
unsightly.
It's terrible and very unsightly.
Yeah.
The same thing can happen to relationships, Teresa.
It really can. Yes.
When erosion happens quietly, there's things in your marriage that gets washed away.
That's right. It's like the sweetness isn't there, and the excitement about seeing one another in person or talking on the phone or just sending little notes. It's like those little nice aspects that you can enjoy in marriage that just seem to be missing.
And when erosion happens on the seashore, the road becomes weakened and even it drops away. So the same thing can happen to a relationship. Your relationship becomes weakened. And any kind of stress or any kind of difficulty, it will show up in your relationship.
Yes, it becomes very strained for sure. Your relationship is just on the brink of breaking, and that's a very dangerous place to be.
So your relationship will weaken before you even notice it. Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15 in New Living Translation says, "Catch all the foxes, those little foxes, before they ruin the vineyard of love. For the grapevines are blossoming." Even those small foxes can ruin a whole vineyard.
Yeah, little things that are distracting you from spending time together or actually focusing on each other when you are together. That's the things that need to be corrected so this will stop the erosion and stop the damage.
If this video encouraged you or remind you of something important, hit the like button so more couples can find out about this also. If you ever felt like your marriage has slowly drifted into more of a roommate relationship, we created a resource called From Lonely to Best Friends Again. It's a free 7-day devotional that we created for our viewers. It will help you reconnect emotionally in meaningful ways. You will find a link for it in the description below, and you also find a link for it in the comments. So in our next video, We're going to talk about the daily habits that make marriage feel close again. We'll see you over there. And remember, God designed husband and wife to be friends for life.